So if you didn't watch the video I made, which was really a YouTube short of the first half of Alabama versus LSU, go ahead and watch that. It's on the channel in the short section. But here I'm just going to talk about the rest of it and just kind of continue to talk about the patterns of Ty Simpson and just Alabama's offense overall. So this was going to be a short one. So immediately we're hopping into the 3rd and 8 play here in the third quarter. And honestly, this 3rd and 8 is the result of a lack of running game and the missed throws from Ty Simpson in the sequence that led up to this play. So I would argue that Ty Simpson is still continuing to slump a bit in areas of his game, like only in a little bit. Some people get upset when I say that Ty isn't performing at the best that he could, which I think more and more people are seeing that now. I have people come in and say, oh, you were right about this. I'm like, I know, I see it. I see the patterns, and it's not because he can't do it or that he won't do well after this or anything. It's just that I'm noticing the areas that he's struggling in right now. And a lot of you are seeing he's missing some passes. He's not taking checkdowns. So as you can see on this play, Alabama's in 11 personnel. Ryan Grubb schemed up Jeremy Bernard. He's open here on this very long developing corner route. If you notice at the beginning of the play, Jeremy Bernard kind of goes in as he's coming out of his stance, and then he does a long curve back, a long post back to the corner on the outside, and he's wide open. He's open on this play. Defender's like 3-4 yards away trying to catch up. And don't forget, so before I continue, don't forget that Latsier Brooks, Ty Simpson missed him on a play or two before this on the deep route versus the zone coverage, just literally like a play or two right before this. And so he underthrew Brooks on that deep route, and Brooks couldn't catch it, couldn't complete it versus the zone. And now at this play, he overthrows Jeremy Bernard slightly. Honestly, it looks like he tried to lead Jeremy Bernard up the field almost like on a skinny post. When he honestly could have made a safer throw, it may not have been like if Jeremy Bernard caught that pass, it would have been a guaranteed touchdown. If he made the safer throw, which is throw it a little bit more flat toward the sideline, allowing Jeremy Bernard to continue to run horizontally a little bit and then try to get upfield, maybe it had not have been a touchdown, but it would have definitely been an explosive play. And so it seems like Ty is pressing to get a bigger or better play when he doesn't have to. And that's something that we've just seen over and over again for the past few weeks for whatever reason. And I think the pressure of having to shoulder this offense, shoulder the lack of a running game, and remain super efficient. If you remember at the beginning of the year, Ty Simpson was super efficient, hitting all the checkdowns, the hitch routes, the comebacks, the short ones. He's doing all that. He was doing all of that. And then he started to press to get bigger plays. And I think the pressure of having to efficiently work down the field and score touchdowns mainly through your skill is a lot for any person, any quarterback. And Alabama really has to figure out how to do that. Otherwise, he'll continue to press, and it's going to cost him eventually, unfortunately. Now I'm going to go to the next play that I'm showing you. This is the 2nd and 9 a little bit later. This is following another failed rushing attempt from Alabama. They tried to run the ball. They got 1 yard. It's been a struggle like that all year. If you saw the statistic, I think Alabama is 129th in like running backs average yards per rush, which is really low. That's like literally in the bottom percentage of teams. There's only 136 teams in the NCAA Division I, and Alabama's 129th in their running backs average rush. I'm pretty sure that's the statistic. That's really bad. So on this play, though, you're going to see Ty Simpson have poor pocket awareness, which is uncharacteristic of Ty Simpson earlier in the year. The line and Jam Miller honestly picked up the pass rush here. I will say that Jam Miller, his guy, Perkins, got really far up in there and deep into the pocket, but it was picked up, at least momentarily. So Ty stood in there, but he was only looking downfield, and he completely missed Perkins basically bearing down on him in the pocket, ready to collapse the pocket. At that point, it's honestly better to take off. Although, to be fair, LSU really had it walled off well. They didn't rush too far up the field. They had a nice line. So you either go down early, basically just try to get as much as you can, or just take off. Just run up the middle and see if you get a yard or two and don't take a sack. But Ty just continued. If you notice, he didn't look down until Harold Perkins got off of his guy and collapsed directly on top of him. That's too late. Which, like I said, his internal clock in the pocket, it seems to be off for whatever reason. And he gets strip sacked. And that's a problem. It's going to cost Alabama at some point. Let's go a little bit later. You're going to see Alabama do a shot play. And this is a one-on-one, and this is actually a really good play from Ty Simpson. Ty gave Isaiah Horton a chance, basically in a jump ball situation here. And it was really good placement and timing on the throw, like in the sense that the DB was trying to play catch-up. Isaiah Horton is going up, playing the ball well, tracking it, catches it with two hands above the DB's head, And honestly, that was a good throw. It's a true one-on-one opportunity without interference. That's how you know the timing was good. Ty threw it in time to where the safety didn't have a chance to even be a part of the play. It was truly one-on-one. It's a good play in the midst of some of the struggles that he was having in the middle of the half. And it's not to say, because a lot of people, they keep saying, hey, he's playing against good defenses. True. But you got to make things easier for yourself when you're playing against good defenses. And he doesn't always do that lately. Now, we're going to see the last play I'm going to show you for today. This is a 3rd and 2. A 3rd and 2. Keep that in mind. Alabama needs 2 yards to get a first down. Alabama needs to convert here. They want to continue to run the clock down. They want to continue to milk it and get out of here with a win. Ty Simpson has multiple options on this play, but primarily, if you notice, he has 2 options open underneath. He has Jam Miller, who's running a flat route to the outside, and he's open. If he catches that ball, he's turning up the field for a first down easily. And he has Ryan Williams, who, after he completes the route, the defender in the zone nearby starts bearing down pretty quickly. But if Ty Simpson is going to go ahead and throw that pass as soon as Ryan Williams turns around, that is a first down. So he had 2 options that were safer underneath on this play that would have gotten a first down. And I don't point this out to point this out in a vacuum. If you go back to my last few videos, like Vanderbilt, South Carolina, Missouri, Ty Simpson just overlooks his checkdowns many times now. Whereas like early in the season, Wisconsin, even in the Florida State game, he was hitting checkdowns, which I just don't understand. So on this play here, it's incomplete because he tried to go up the field, going for a more risky up the field, middle of the field throw. Technically, the guy was running open into some space. Sure, the safety was lurking though. And it's further up the field, meaning that it's inherently a more difficult pass. Not the craziest, more difficult pass or impossible to complete, but that's the problem that you do if you're hunting for an explosive play or trying to make a bigger play than necessary. And these are the things I noticed for Ty Simpson. Like, these are the things that I think if he just scales back a little bit, takes some of that pressure off, Alabama staff helps to get some of the pressure off of him, they'll look more efficient again and they'll play very well. But if he continues to kind of press this way without a running game, Alabama's going to run into some trouble against the most elite of elite teams. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what you think about this.